So this is the cast and crew of When Angels Sing. Thanks for being here. Saw the film yesterday. It was excellent. Elizabeth, of course, you're an Austin native. I've previously interviewed you for Predators a long time ago.
Very different film. Not a Christmas movie.
No, totally opposite. Different audience. Was this always going to be set in Austin?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was written here. I would not have taken this movie anywhere else. The spirit of it needed to be here. And when it was Turk Pipkin, who I've known for many years, and Fred Miller, the other producer, came to me with it. And I was very busy. I was actually in Predator and other movies, in the middle of other movies, and I was like, I can't do it. And I just kept thinking, you know, it just cannot happen. And so the movie didn't happen, and then the next year came around, and I finally said yes. Because it was just beautiful, and I really wanted it to happen. But I just, you know, I have 6 children. Other movies, I'm very careful with what I choose for that reason. I don't want to overwhelm myself. But then I wrote the other producer, and Shannon McIntosh was a dear friend from Dusk Till Dawn, and we've been working together for a long time because I knew she would get it too. So the 3 of us produced it, brought Tim in as the director, and he helped us shape the script also, which made it really wonderful. And so that's how the project happened.
Yeah. So how did casting go? How did Chandler and Harry get involved?
Tim?
We were sort of fortunate in that Turk knew Willie and Kris and Lyle, so they were sort of a given going in, which is pretty great. And it's like, wow, okay. And it seemed like we've sort of got a big music thing going here with these 3 guys. I immediately thought of Harry, not because of the music angle necessarily, but the character on the page could be unsympathetic. Do you know what I mean? He's a Grinch. He doesn't like Christmas, and he could be. A lot of actors would play him too edgy, and we wouldn't like the guy. And so I said, we need somebody who we really like. I
can't play edgy, Tim.
Oh, you can certainly play edgy. You can certainly, but this is a Christmas movie, and so having you going out and stabbing Lyle, would probably not have been a good turn in film, although it might have gotten us a big audience. I don't know.
Demo would have come.
It would have been the sympathetic killer.
When Angels Kill, would be the name. So early on we thought of Harry, and fortunately he said yes, and he did such a great job making a guy who could be unsympathetic, a guy we liked, and so we enjoy seeing, so much of the movie is something Christmassy happening and his discomfort with it, and his kind of like, because it is sort of so in your face during that time of the year. And so, but we're with him on that journey. So we had Harry, and so at that point, this is Austin. I said, let's just put everybody in this movie as a musician. Let every cast member, every speaking role is a musician. And so, and Beth Sepko fortunately knew all these folks, and they all, obviously worship Willie, and all, worship Harry. We all do. And so they all wanted to come be part of it. I mean, Dale Watson, I thought, could we even get Dale Watson? He's one of my favorites. And it was like, so he canceled concerts in Oklahoma to drive down to meet with me to talk about being in the film. And it was like, dude, like one of his songs I loved and wanted for the film, and fortunately the film is "There's No Mistletoe on Death Row," and then it always gets such a great reaction. I figured I want that to be a Christmas classic, So this being Austin, we just figured every scene there's got to be a musician in there somewhere because this is Austin, just by definition, right? And so, like in the script, the neighbors bring over Christmas ornaments, but in the movie that we made, they all have to carol and sing while they're bringing over Christmas ornaments, and so it was only natural that line that Sarah has at the end. Yeah, welcome to Austin.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Chandler's native Texan, and you have Connie, who used to film here in Austin.
And she still has a house here, I believe.
Yeah, she does.
I mean, there's a lot of Texas talent in here,
really
so
is.
I think it's really appropriate.
And Harry's from a neighboring state.
He doesn't even I don't even get the name Louisiana, just a neighboring.
Oh, their incentives. We're still mad at them about that. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate for Texas that Louisiana, now everything's being made in Louisiana.
A lot of our crew folks go over there.
Yeah. So I think it's great that it was filmed around here.
We could have shot it in New Orleans, though. Now that we think about it, but it's so
I don't think he could have. You know,
Yeah.
there's just an essence.
There's such a great
Yeah.
Austin, the indefinible vibe about
That's
Austin.
true.
It's just such a, there's like no place else ever.
So, with the cast and everything, I mean, why make this film particularly? What was the draw to this book?
Well, it's a great book, you know, and it just seemed like, you know, I love Christmas movies, and a great Christmas movie is something that you could play every year, you know what I mean, that you want to watch every year, you know what I mean, and especially, it's something you watch with your family, and this was all about family, you know, and about what family means, and it's funny, the theme of the movie is something that we sort of wrestle with a little bit, you know, and it finally comes together in the scene with you and Willie, but I don't know if you remember, but that scene was completely different before. We were sort of wrestling about what exactly is it about Christmas that his father gives him and such, and you and Willie, and you made such a big thing of this box in the attic, and so that night I completely rewrote that scene with Willie, talking about what the best thing of the father gives his son is memories, and it became then the box became that metaphor for that, and so I think that sort of became our theme in a way. So it was what does a father give a son? What does, you know, what is a family? What's the essence of being in a family? And of course Christmas is when all that, you know, comes to the forefront, being when the whole family is all, you know, they're all forced together in one room as they are in our film. So and of course our family is nothing but musicians with Marcia Ball and Bruce Robertson and Charlie Sexton and, you know, Sarah Hickman. Kris Kristofferson.
What was the shooting schedule like for this?
It was like 30, a little over 30 days. It wasn't very big, and one of the things, because none of this music that the film is full of was in the script, it wasn't in the schedule. And I insisted on shooting, you know, as directors will unreasonably do sometimes, insisted on sitting every song from beginning, middle, and end. And so what should have been a 2-page, you know, late in the day scene became like a 10, you know, minute in the film, you know, 2 Lyle songs.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be there late tonight, guys. You know, kind of day. So, but we persevered. Everyone, all of my producers were saying, sure, let's get another Lyle song. You know, we'll pay for double overtime. Sure, no problem.
It was worth it.
So they were very good about indulging me here. So.
Chandler, what was your favorite part of making this film?
Well, I guess free time.
The not working part, I see.
That's I mean, like, you know, it was fun doing all the scenes, but then, you know, Harry and Connie, they were really fun to work with, and I guess, you know, the most fun offset, you know, when I was hanging out with everybody, you know, spending time having a little fun, and then we'd go and shoot a scene and go right back to having fun, you know, craft services or something like that. You know, so yeah, that was.
Well, the two of them together, I had 2 youngsters on the set when they were off playing.
Yes.
True.
Harry, what about you? What was your favorite part?
I think that was my favorite part too. I mean, there were the obvious things, like you would pray that you'd have great producers, a great director to work with, and in this case that was all true. And sitting in that truck doing that scene with Willie was I will never forget that. But I think my favorite thing is what Chandler talked about. Like, I'm not a method guy, so I can be friends with somebody and then do a fight scene, you know, and then go back to being friends with him without a problem. But the fact that I had to be his dad and we needed to get along, and from the first minute I met him, I loved him. I said, this is a great kid, and we got to, it was those times when we weren't shooting, when we were hanging out and just getting to know each other, and we became friends. We'd be friends for life because of this movie. So that was my favorite part.
Well, he's got 3 daughters too, you know.
Bonus!
Yeah, that's right.
So, how long ago was this filmed exactly?
I guess 2011, I guess, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. About a year and a half ago, I suppose.
Okay.
A little bit more.
Okay. Well, I think that's about it for me. Thanks you guys so much.
Thank you.
Much success on this film.
Thank you.